Hello and welcome back to Folklore, Frights, and Sounds. It's our podcast we do here at Folklore Music Exchange at 191 Summer Street in downtown Charleston, West Virginia. My name is Justin Puett. I'm the host and the owner of Folklore Music Exchange. I'm here with my sidekick, my co-host Jeremiah Hatfield.
Hello.
And we've also got Frida in the floor. Frida's chilling today. She's hanging out at the shop with us. And today we are talking about ghosts, stories. We're talking about creepy things, anything weird, anything macabre. And we're also talking about music. We're talking about gear and guitars and anything music related here in West Virginia. We've got a really good friend of ours on the show today, Sarah Rudy from the band Hello June. So Hello June is a band that's been playing around town for a long time with us. We're good friends. We've shared a lot of stages. They do kind of the, you would say, dreamy indie pop rock alternative. Cover all of that, and it's fantastic. And yeah, there's just so much great things happening in Charleston here and in West Virginia with music and with shows and people coming out and supporting, and with ghost stories. There's a lot of ghost stories in Appalachia and just weird things that happen. We love to talk about that here on Folklore, Frights, and Sounds. So today, like I said, our guest is Sarah from Hello June. So Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks for having me, Justin.
Absolutely.
I lead a band called Hello June. We play as a three-piece. We're indie alternative rock. We've been playing around the state and around just the region for almost 10 years now.
Nice. That's good.
And you've been doing that too.
13 years now in my band.
It flies by.
It flies by. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've been on our list for a while because, we're always good friends, and I always ask all my friends who play music if you know any weird stories. So you have some weird stories I've heard.
Weird stories.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But first, tell me a little bit more about, the band Hello June. You guys have been playing for 10 years now. You play a lot around town. How many recordings do you have out?
We have 3. I started out with a couple song EP called Spruce.
Yes.
Those were the first songs I ever wrote.
Nice.
So honestly, part of me wants to take it down, but I'm trying to, whatever.
We all start somewhere.
That's what I'm trying to.
I've got recordings from 15 years ago that are out that I'm like, I wish they weren't, but it happens, and we grew from it.
I'm seeing it as the evolution that it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's how I look at old recordings, is like, oh, I can look at this and compare it to now and be like, oh, I see where I've come in this stretch of time.
Growth.
Like,
growth, exactly. Yes, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to see.
Yeah. And then your second album.
My second album is our self-titled album. That's the one with like Mars and
fantastic album.
Bud Carroll did that.
Nice.
We recorded that in his cabin in Point Pleasant.
Awesome.
And then we went down to Nashville to record Artifacts, which is the third one and the latest one.
Artifacts, which is the record. We've sold a few of them for you here, actually.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
That's really cool. That's a great album. You get a lot of play on local radio and it's really cool. I love it.
Yeah, WTSQ spins it a lot. And I've got like 20 new songs that
Amazing.
I'm ready for a new record.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So what do you guys are recording your next album at? Any ideas yet?
Or? We're tossing around names right now.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, it's
ideas, get some places, options for sure. So when you're not playing music, what are you doing?
When I'm not playing music, I paint.
Awesome.
I like to paint.
Awesome.
I'm not great at it, but I like to do like abstract stuff.
Like the turkey hand and
basically.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
I like
great.
to name
I'm
the
good at
thumb.
that. Right.
I don't know. I'm always just into creative stuff.
Yep.
Anything that I can think about, build. I love science.
Nice.
I was a teacher for a while.
Awesome.
I taught chemistry.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was fun.
Shoot. So you're smart. That's awesome. I love that.
Smart would be pushing it.
You know a few things. I love that. Cool. So you've played. Did you play recently at 123 Pleasant Street?
We did. We played for International Women's Day.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I heard that was a fun gig.
It was really fun. It
Nice.
was packed. It was a great crowd. Annie Neely and Haley Slagle had like a new band that they just formed called the Hormones.
Oh, I've heard a lot about this band. I'm so excited for them to do that.
It was a really cool day.
She gave me a sticker for it, and I was pumped to have that sticker.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. What kind of gear? Tell me about your gear you play.
Right now, I'm really stoked on my board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the Brothers AM for overdrive.
That's a great pedal. I had that one for a while.
It's really nice, and I'm using it with MIDI, so I'm able to get a lot of functionality out of it.
Yes. Your sound is big, which I love. You have that big kind of like soundscape. You build up a lot of reverbs. You build up a lot of delays on top of your gain stages, and that's kind of the way I play. And I've always just me and you've always clicked with
Yeah.
guitar tone, which I love.
I know. I love the delays and reverbs.
Jeremiah
and
has this
yeah.
crazy pedal. He just got what's it called?
The Chi Etherealizer by
Walrus
Walrus.
Audio.
I was using that all last
Oh.
year. It's amazing.
I love it. I put it anywhere I can now. When we play with Andrew, there's always a time during a couple of songs he says, "Get real weird with it," right for a solo. And so I'm like, okay,
Oh,
that's
You
what
asked
you
for
want.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that yesterday. I turned it on with like the grain sampler, like in the middle of one of Andrew's songs, and it was just all this like reversed and like sped up sampling and stuff going on behind Andrew
It's
playing.
beautiful.
Like I love it so
Yeah.
much. It's definitely one of the best gear purchases I've made recently.
The only reason I took it off my board just recently was because I sort of consolidated my wet and modulation stuff into an H90.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that I pulled everything
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
into that.
Yeah,
And but that pedal is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I love it
Yvette
so
Young,
much.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's great in the studio.
Yeah.
Like I've used it more in the studio than live, even.
I mean,
and
the
it's just-
chorus is
Yeah.
beautiful, and the grain, like the sampling is
Yes.
really cool.
like it's just everything about that is
Yeah.
one of the greatest pedals. And I love when pedal companies are putting out more than just drives.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I like stuff like Walrus does. They put out all this weird stuff. Them and Earthquaker, they just put out all this weird stuff, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, here's some drives, but they're not like every year. It's like another. Oh, here's another drive. Here's another
sure.
drive.
Exactly. And we love to experiment with sounds. I mean, that's what we
Yeah.
love to do. And
Yeah.
sometimes you hit it and you're just like, this is my new signature sound right here.
Yep.
And that's what I love about it too. Like, and then
Well,
so
it's always
guitar
changing.
wise,
Yeah.
you're using Reverend.
Yeah.
Reverend
yeah.
guitars are fantastic.
I used a Super Airline forever.
I remember.
But I recently I picked up two Reverends that I'm like using pretty consistently.
Amazing.
Their necks are so wonderful and they just play so well. And I'm using P90s now.
I love
Which-
a P90
yeah.
pickup.
I used humbuckers for like my whole
Same. I grew up
God.
thinking you had to have humbuckers.
yeah.
And
me
now
too.
I'm like, I think I am only single coils from now on.
yeah, I get it.
P90s for sure.
It sits in the mix in a way.
Yes.
that-
it cuts.
yeah,
And
it
it still can
does.
be warm.
And with a band, getting that cut is very
Right.
important.
Big time. Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are a 3-piece now.
Yeah, we're a
Nice, I like
three-piece,
that.
which I never wanted truly to be a three-piece. I always saw Hello June. I actually had a Facebook post from like 10 years ago where I was like, I know for sure that I want this band to be a 3-guitar band.
Nice.
This is what I get for
Yes.
saying that out loud. But it's been really good for me to like just because I think I always was like carving out a space for
Mhm.
another person and waiting for that to happen. And I think it's been really good for me to just own the spot and
Right,
just
absolutely.
do it.
Well, you're good, or like your guitar lines are really good for like their leads and their melodies at the same time. And that's what I love. So that really fills out the sound. And you've always got a bass player that knows how to really fill out the low end and how to keep the melody going.
Yeah.
So it always works together. And then
Thank you.
Whit is
And we're trying.
one of my favorite drummers in the world.
Mhm.
And he's just an all around
great.
great musician and good person. So you've got a really good thing going.
I feel very supported right now.
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. So yeah, like I said, we talk about guitars and gear a lot. Give me some weird. You got some weird stuff to talk about?
Some weird stories about gear or weird stories about just life.
Do you have weird stories about gear?
Any haunted?
Do you believe in
guitars or
haunted
anything?
guitars?
Oh my god. Honestly, one time I did have a strange gear thing happen.
Oh, we got to hear this. Yeah.
I mean, you could call it an electricity fit or you could call it a ghost story, but I was on stage and my pedal board, I mean, when you're like, okay, I've got to switch to my tuner, I'm going to now cut the sound, right? That's
Well, sure.
something we
That's what it does,
expect
yeah.
as guitar players. I don't know what was happening, but I also know some really other strange things were happening electricity wise, but I hit that tuner and it would not go off.
Oh,
So I couldn't tune.
Yep.
yeah.
Which is also a nightmare.
Not good.
Yeah.
A guy off stage looked at me and said, "Do one more song," and I was like, I can't," because it wasn't just that; it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
other things too, like
Oh, yeah.
like weird stuff was going down. It
Okay,
was
so that was just a haunted stage setup.
it was on Valentine's Day, so I
Okay.
mean, maybe
Yeah.
it was a ghost of love in the past.
You're right.
I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so give me some creepy stuff that's happened to you.
Well, okay. I mean, I have night terrors.
Yes. Which is awful.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
I've recently it's gotten a little better for me because I've tried to understand where they come from. And I think that's helped. But like years back, when my grandmother would come to stay, she would sometimes sleep in my room. This is more funny, I guess, but at that time, like they've sort of evolved through the years. My night terrors have. At that point, I was like seeing different bugs, snakes,
Oh, wow.
things like this.
Yeah.
My grandmother's sleeping in the bed with me, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and there's I'm seeing clear as day bugs crawling on the walls,
Wow.
up and into the bed, and so I like wake. I'm like, Graham.
Oh no. So she's just panicking.
She's, probably scared to death. But I, I'm like, get up,
Right.
these bugs are like
Because
gonna
you
get
vividly saw
Oh
them.
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
I
just
mean,
like,
because you can't tell the difference
exactly.
between like real and fake,
Right.
which is part of the problem.
Yeah.
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 But she's still we laugh about that.
It's fun to
Terrible
laugh
for
at.
her too.
No, I guarantee.
Yeah. And I've seen, I used to have the ones where like you would look in the corner of the room and there'd be the dark man standing, like the
Well, that's a
classic.
common like trope with that, right? Like there's like it's not really a demon, but like a shadow person I hear a lot about, like with
Right.
night terrors.
And I don't really have that one anymore, but I did for a while. And
Mhm.
like you kind of, at one point I had my partner was laying next to me and I like tapped her and I was like trying to like quietly under the cover, like wait, because I really thought someone was sitting in the rocking chair, like
Wow.
where we were.
Yeah.
And it's like you just can't get in your mind like that it's not real.
Right, exactly. Because it sticks with you. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, and in the moment, like you feel it. Like I've actually felt things like crawl up my leg,
That's crazy.
like it almost felt like a wet snake or
Mhm.
something crawl up. That was like having that physical sensation. That was like I was like, oh God, please don't let this be,
Yeah.
a new thing because that's like next level.
Hmm.
But yeah, and like in recent years, then it was just like where I'm like hooked up to like medical equipment
Oh wow.
and I'm like about to die. So
Yeah. Huh.
that's a great one. That just keeps happening.
Wow.
But I'm like I'll
Yeah, yeah.
think, oh God, this is it. I'm dying. So, which is honestly better, I think, than some of the things.
Right.
But
Sure. Sure.
It's
Either way-
frightening. Like
either
it's
way,
really
still very
it's scary.
Yes, exactly.
I went on a medication that helped it once though. Like it helps your blood pressure remain stable.
Mhm.
So then you can kind of get out of it.
Okay.
But it's
What causes the night terrors? Is there like
I
a certain
think
thing or just like
I think trauma can, but I
Mhm.
think like I had them as a child,
Yeah.
like my mom would tell me like I would scream, and she would come in and
Right.
like because you can also look like you're awake,
Right.
and I would be like talking with my eyes open and saying like, there's snakes on the ground or whatever,
Right.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
and they're looking at you like you're nuts. I mean, they probably back in the day would just throw me into like an institution.
For sure, you would be committed for that.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know.
That would suck.
Exactly.
Here I am though, all
Right.
caged.
Yeah, give it time. No, I've got a family member who I remember she told me that she used to have this. I think she said she had a dream one night that there was like a demon at the bottom of her bed, like would crawl over her bed, up through her feet, under the blankets, crawl up her body, and grab her by the neck and choke her.
See, I've had stuff like that happen.
That is
I understand.
awful.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that whole, like I said, the night terror demon apparently is pretty real with a lot of people.
It's insane. I that at that period when I had that one where it crawled, that was the same time I felt the thing.
Yeah.
It was wet up my leg. And I
Mm.
also at one point woke up, looked at my clock, it said 4:30, and all of my walls were completely white, taped, like all just taped up. And I was like, oh my God, how did someone get into my room and do this? I'm for sure gonna die now. You know, you always think you're gonna
Right.
die.
Oh, of
Like,
course, yeah.
and I was like, please don't let this be real. Oh no, it's real. Looked at the clock again and it was 6:30.
Yeah.
And it's just this like I don't know. I mean, you feel like it's real. You
Yeah.
really feel
I've
like
had
it's
the
real.
dreams before. I mean, I've not had a lot of crazy dreams, but there's one dream was a nightmare that I will never forget and still haunts me to this day. And it was probably a good 20 years ago when I had this dream. But it was right after my grandma passed away. And I've told everybody my grandma was one of my favorite people in the world, but she also saw dead people. She was big into ghosts and she saw a lot of ghosts and creepy stuff happen. And she just kind of lived this life of like, she was very religious, but also like very spiritual.
Hmm.
Um, After she passed away, I had this dream that woke me up terrified. But it was this dream that it was her like funeral wake,
Uh-huh.
and we were going to this. I was, you know, it was my family went to this wake, and it was at this church that, and I'll never forget the vision of the church. It looked like it was straight out of a Tim Burton movie. It was like that whole like the setting is like Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton,
Yeah, yeah.
very dark, creepy. The church itself looked like the Addams Family house kind of vibe.
Oh God.
So I remember we walked into this church, we walked into this sanctuary, and my grandma's like the coffin is sitting on the stage. There's people in the pews, and we walk in, and I look, and her body is not in the coffin, but it's open. Her body is sitting up on the front pew, looking at the stage, but it is a dead body, clearly.
Oh my God.
So then in my dream, my family, we walk and we sit down like a couple seats behind the dead body of my grandmother sitting on a pew. And next thing I know, everyone starts praying in this church. And me, I was young, but I knew that something was wrong. It didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And so in this dream, I was like, this doesn't feel, it felt wrong. It felt like everybody was praying wrong. You know what I mean? It's like a weird
Yeah.
vibe. I don't know. It was really creepy. And the next thing I know, the corpse of my grandmother stands up and starts walking in a circle around the pews.
Oh boy.
And I woke up completely terrified. Like I'll never, because in my dream I knew that it was bad and evil and wrong. And my grandmother was not an evil person, so I don't know why I would even have this dream.
Yeah.
But that has haunted me for 20 years.
Wow.
And I'll never forget the vision of seeing that whole thing happen. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, dreams are so
Right?
they can, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you're so in a state that your body and your mind is just able to be like, I'm real, this is real right
Exactly.
now, you know,
Yeah.
which
Oh, yeah.
is
Right.
frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can stick with you. Like I know what you mean.
Yeah, I
Really
think it's because
does.
my grandmother was such a good person, and like it's weird. It's like something in me was like someone wanting to tell me that she's bad, even though I know she wasn't bad. Like I know that she's like one of the best people in the world, but it's always like she used to fight the devil a lot in her dreams and stuff, and I think she
Mm,
struggled a lot with that. So like it was a bunch of weird, just like
yeah.
weird stuff. And then my cousin, she had a dream one time, not even probably a few weeks after my dream. She said that she was at her house, and after my grandma passed away, that my grandma walked up onto her porch, knocked on the door, wanting to come in, even though she looked at her and said, "You can't come in. You're dead. Why are you here?" And she would like getting angry because she wouldn't open the door. Like, what is going on? This is the
Wow.
craziest thing ever,
Wow.
right? It's weird,
Yeah. I
huh?
mean,
It makes you think.
yeah. I
So,
mean, they say that like, you know, when you're I don't know, there's like something about the amount of carbon
right.
that you have to initially start with, and if you like it doesn't match the amount of carbon that you should have
Oh
with
yeah.
the output, which I'm
Yeah.
not making a lot of sense, but I was like, oh,
You're a
maybe
science teacher. We get
maybe
it.
there's I like to leave room for things.
Exactly. Yes. Jeremiah ever had a bad dream like that?
Not to that extent
Well, yeah, that,
that I can remember, but
That's good.
like but
right.
hearing you talk about like the night terrors, it kind of makes me realize that there was a time about 10 years ago that I was having them. Because like I specifically remember having dreams where I'm laying in my bed and then all of a sudden spiders are coming up from the sides of the bed. They're dropping down from the ceiling. And
Yeah.
then when I come to, I'm standing up because I stripped all the sheets off the bed when I was like getting up thinking there were actual spiders and stuff there.
Mm.
And
Wow.
like people that were in the house or something think I'm freaking out because they just hear me like, oh shit, and just like
Yeah,
throwing
right.
stuff
Right.
around in the room and stuff. But yeah, nothing quite to
Yeah.
that extent. And I never
That's
had
crazy.
the shadow man in the corner, fortunately.
That's good.
There was one night I do remember, and this might have counted, but I was laying in bed, and at the foot of my bed in this particular apartment, there was uh, the door was like if I was just laying down, I could see the door to the bedroom, and I was falling asleep, and I saw somebody walk across the door frame into the next room over here. And then again, I came to standing in the other room, searching to see if somebody was actually in my
Right.
apartment, my
Yeah.
third floor apartment with one door, and
Oh,
it was
sure. Yeah.
dead
Still.
bolted. Like there wasn't nobody there, but I guess that's as close to that,
Mhm.
fortunately.
It's rough. Yeah, it's really I for a while was really trying to figure out like how do I make this stop because
Yeah.
it's something that really gets to you because like sometimes it's like a vicious spiral like you can't sleep so then you do it more like your brain
Right.
you get into the and it can just be pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Like I guess like growing up in the house I did, we had a lot of shadow people.
Oh,
We even had one. We even like all of my friends saw it so often that we were just like, oh, he's back.
what?
We would just be like, he's there, he's back. Everyone that stayed at my house, like all my friends would come over, all my band members and stuff would just crash with my parents' house and stuff, and we would see this weird shadow like person walk from the hallway to the bedroom or to the bathroom from the kitchen,
Did you
walk from
feel
one.
fear of this or
We got so used to it that it was
yeah.
almost like just like a common little
Wow.
joke thing. Even it's just like, yeah, we saw the man in the mirror, or we saw the shadow in the mirror, or we saw the person walk through the hallway.
Wow.
Happened with everybody. It was crazy. It was just such a common thing. I don't even know how that
Because you said
happened, but
your house was like super old, right?
well, my grandmother's house was. And then
Oh,
what we did was like my grandma's house was where the most creepy stuff happened.
yeah.
Her house was very very much supernatural.
Yeah.
And then behind her house was my parents. They brought in a house, or they built a house behind hers, and we lived about probably 25, 30 feet away. So we all kind of had like the same yard. And
Yeah.
then excuse me. And then we were really close together. And then most of the creepy stuff happened at my grandma's house, but I think it just would like migrate around
Right.
to the different houses in the yard, so we were all still on the same place.
Wow.
And I think a lot of it followed her around.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like she saw a lot of shadows, and it was a lot.
Makes
But
you wonder about her life in
I
general.
know, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean, she was, like I said, she was just very in tune, I guess, with just seeing things and kind of living with it.
Yeah.
But still went to church every Sunday. Never lied, never really did anything wrong. Just was just a great person who just happened to see weird things happen and have it
Yeah.
follow her around.
I think if I knew someone was shadowing me around, I might try to not ever lie or do things wrong either.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're like,
right?
oh, I'm being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she had some like mysterious past when she was like
I do
teenage
think
or early 20s?
I do think she told me one time, if I'm not mistaken, I think she told me she played with a Ouija board.
Oh, really?
I think she did play with a Ouija board one
Oh,
time.
wow. Okay.
Which, and there's the whole thing of even one time can attach something to you. There's
Oh,
always
yeah.
there's always
Yeah.
talk about that.
I like how people in the paranormal world like refer to Ouija boards like they do drugs. Like not even one time. One time's enough to like
It's all
kill
it
you for
takes.
good. That's all it
Exactly.
takes.
I hate even laughing about it on camera. I'm like, I'm not really laughing. I'm only doing this because
Right.
I'm just socially
I get it.
laughing.
Yeah. I don't think I could play with a Ouija board. You know what I mean? I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I think
It
I've
might
heard a
not be
lot of
worth it.
stories.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's the thing is like I'm not like a super like believer in the supernatural, but I say that and then
What
I'm like
if?
I'm open to
Right,
it. And if
exactly.
there is some whatever, and I know my night terrors are like very scary
Right.
moments. And
Exactly.
I think there are reasons for those
Mhm.
things, but it's like I'm not trying to mess with,
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
not trying to mess with the devil.
Right, exactly.
I feel like I call myself a skeptical believer because I believe things, but I'm very skeptical when somebody's like, "This is a thing," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Is it?" Um, but I'm on the let me try it and just see. Like, I want to believe, like, sounding
Sure.
like the X-Files. I want to believe.
You've never really had a lot of experiences with
I've
like paranormal.
I've had small experiences, but I've never seen anything. And it's the way that even something that I see myself or any of my stories, I think back and be like, well, this was what happened, but what if it was this? Like, I still
Right.
can't even believe myself.
Well, there's
sort of
always ways to
thing.
explain it. That's
Right,
the
yeah.
skepticism in you. I
But
understand.
as far as playing with the Ouija board, there's the part of me that's just like, kind of
So
want to.
you would try it.
Yeah, because it's kind of one of those, it's like maybe I'm messing in things I shouldn't, but it's kind of one of those, well, if this is going to give you experience, well, then I kind of just want to know, like,
Right.
what's really there. I don't care if I can prove it. I want to know.
Deep down, you kind of want to have that big, like, life-changing experience.
A little bit. It might be traumatic, but,
Right, sure.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah. But
Well,
the
let's
thing
do
is-
that for the next show.
I was gonna say,
all right.
yeah.
All right, yeah. Or that Halloween special.
Oh, Halloween time.
Oh.
Mhm.
And I'll do it by myself. You guys don't have to be in the room. That's fine.
We'll
Deal.
let you do it by
So,
yourself.
yeah.
We'll put a camera up so we
Yeah,
can,
yeah. You guys will watch a live
we'll
feed
FaceTime
from here. Yeah,
exactly. I wonder if
There's
that counts. I don't think that'll count. If we FaceTime, you think we're still attached to the ghost?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They do it on that one movie. There's
Yeah. What's it?
an A24 movie. I can't remember what it's called because I'm terrible with names. But
what was
they-
that one?
it's really scary actually.
There was it Unfriended or Host? Both of those kind of had a similar thing too.
It kind of like a 90s vibe.
I'm trying. These two were kind of like, these were movies as if you were watching Zoom calls or something.
Okay.
And then all of the weird paranormal stuff is like happening within, and it's like kind of possessing them to do, like, harm themselves and things
Oh.
in their own rooms.
Okay.
There was several of those during COVID times.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
And stuff like that too. But
Wow.
which one was you thinking?
The
of?
one I'm thinking of is it was like kind of young adults were messing around, I think, with a Ouija board or
Mhm.
something like equivalent to that.
Yeah.
And they were like live streaming it or something.
Okay.
It was actually really like, I remember the whole time being like, oh my God, okay, this is like more scary than I was expecting
Right.
it to be. I wish I recalled the name right now, but anyone who knows me is not surprised that I cannot.
It's okay. Segue. What's your favorite scary movie?
Probably Jaws. Like, does that
Nice.
count?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
That's terrifying.
I'm like a shark fanatic.
Nice.
Love
Nice.
sharks. Like, I super love sharks.
I'd like to see a buddy movie about a shark. Well, like a shark is like a good guy.
Oh, I would love to see that.
You know what I mean?
too.
Like-
yeah,
They're just like swimming together, like
yeah, like
kind of like a remake of Turner and Hooch.
yeah, but with a shark that solves
Yeah.
crimes. Yes.
Can it still be Tom Hanks?
I would
Absolutely.
love that.
I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
I
Yeah.
would absolutely be for that. Yeah,
Right?
I just love how they're just big and bold and they just do what they do and they just, and you know, I also like the shark movies where like Deep Blue Sea, you know, where it's
Yeah.
like humans have manipulated the sharks
Right.
or the shark population, so then you're like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. We
Yep.
still need to learn our lesson, you know, and it's so I love watching it.
Is it Megalodon?
Oh, the Meg.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
with
didn't
Jason
watch, I never
Statham.
watched that, but it's like the biggest shark.
It's good too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's
I did
I
too.
would watch it. Yeah, I just
I-
haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun.
yeah.
It's it's
Yeah,
it's
they-
a well-made popcorn summer action.
Okay. I will watch
Yeah,
it. I have
like
nothing
it's-
against any of that.
I haven't
It's-
watched the second one though.
Oh, I don't know if I saw the second one either.
Apparently, there's dinosaurs in the second one.
What?
Oh no, I didn't
'Cause
see
at-
that.
it-
Is this like a Mariana Trench
Yes.
thing? Ooh, that's cool.
It
I mean, I'm
is.
into that. That's very exciting, and I
And
want
it's
to know
scary,
more.
like you're like, because I won't give it away, but it kind of feels like you're down there in the depths, you know, and you're like, oh, you're waiting. Are you gonna see a shark? You know, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's a lot of that, which you know that gets you. Get
Yeah.
you.
The one time that I went parasailing in my life, I don't do heights, right? I don't do heights at all. But we went parasailing at the beach.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like being up behind the speedboat with the parachute, and they're dipping us in the water. And there are sharks everywhere.
You can see
I
them?
counted probably 10 sharks
Oh
above
my
us.
God.
And they're just like dipping you in the water. And I'm just like, wow, what if I like accidentally catch a shark? You know, like I don't know if that's going to
Yeah,
happen.
that'd be
Back up with a
amazing.
shark.
But literally, they're just like everywhere. It was really cool and also a
Wow.
little scary.
Oh,
But it was
that's
awesome
great.
also. No, yeah.
I saw a shark on my birthday once.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good birthday.
Birthday
Yeah.
shark.
I was in Turks and Caicos.
Nice.
It was right before COVID, and Whit and I were there.
Yeah.
And I was probably dehydrated, and I had like a towel over my head, and we were like kayaking to a shore. I was like, thank God, you know, because it just had been way too long. And I got out on the
Right.
shore, and I like looked over, and there was a shark swimming away, and I was like, yes. It was on my
Nice.
birthday, my actual birthday, which made it so cool.
That's fun.
That was really, really cool. I loved
Yeah.
it. I'll
So you
never-
love sharks.
Oh, I love sharks.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, love sharks a lot.
There's nothing wrong with it. Sharks are really cool.
They're
I
really,
think sharks are just misunderstood.
I think so too.
Yeah. People are afraid of them. I get it. But also, like,
The author of Jaws actually felt remorse for writing Jaws because of the rise in especially great white shark killings after the book
Yeah.
Jaws
See
came
that?
out.
yeah.
See, I know, and I hate that too. Like, and I think that people, you know, I don't understand why I can't just observe, you
Mhm.
know, things and have fun with things. Like, because it's like Jaws is fun. Like, I watched it as a kid. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
yes, you know,
Right.
and like, you know, just we don't need to have a response to everything. Like,
Yeah.
like we shouldn't start killing all the things. Like, it's just let things be.
Right. I don't think I've ever watched any of the sequels. Wasn't there like 3 or 4 Jaws sequels?
There were 3.
3. I don't think I've ever
They
watched
get
that.
progressively worse and worse.
Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot in sequels. I mean,
It's
Yeah.
almost expected and maybe wanted.
Right.
Yeah. Like I think I remember I've watched the sequels all once
Mhm.
each. I think I remember the second one was kind of okay. It was more of just kind of a rehash.
sure.
But then 3 was 3D,
Oh,
Like-
oh,
original 3D, and it was took place in a SeaWorld type park,
Right.
and one of the sharks gets in, and so it's swimming between all the different
Fun.
tanks and stuff, attacking people.
They had to get a new angle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, but the fourth one was called The Revenge.
okay.
They got the original mom from the first one to come back as an older lady and her sons. So what it is, it's the shark who is the offspring of the original shark from the
Yes.
first one, is literally hunting them down, the original family from the first one, to kill them for killing the shark in the first movie.
You
Yeah.
killed my father. Prepare to
Yeah,
die.
no, and here's the other thing.
Amazing.
Here's the other thing. They realize in the first part of the movie that that's what's happening, and they're still in like New Jersey or like Maine or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they move to the Bahamas, and the shark follows them
To the Bahamas.
to the Bahamas, and the whole movie takes place in the Bahamas, in the Caribbean.
That's a
That's
pretty
a
long
big
journey,
revenge.
right? Like,
And I'm going to spoil it. Only 2 people die. There's only 2 attacks in the
I was
entire
totally
movie.
going to watch that. How dare you?
I know. Well, I've tried
you
to
don't
help
know
you.
who though.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Like,
And they
is it the
definitely do.
Does he get his
mother?
revenge? That's what I want to know.
You gonna get mad if I spoil it?
I'm not going to be mad.
No. The opening scene is one of the sons from the original movie.
Spoilers to the listeners.
Yeah,
if you're going to
sorry.
watch
If you want to go watch Jaws
for the Revenge.
yeah.
So they've had their time.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
like
You're
they've
about
had their
40
time.
years like
Yeah.
into
Sure.
it. Yeah. But no, the opening scene is one of the sons from the original movie is now a cop, and he's on a boat, and said shark shows up and gets him, and then that sets off the whole thing.
Okay.
Because then they're like, oh, I can't live here no more. We got to go to the Bahamas. All my family have died. And then
let's
shark
go
shows
on
up.
vacation. Everybody's dead.
yeah.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm really glad we had that talk.
Yeah.
Did you know you were going to talk about sharks today?
You never know what we're going to talk about. That's the fun thing about this podcast, is because it can go off the rails in a great way.
Do you know the true story that inspired Jaws?
No.
In 1912, I think, in New Jersey, there was a string of shark attacks. I can't remember right off if it was a great white. I don't think it was, but it swam up the rivers. So, and it attacked, I think, 5 different people and like maybe killed 3
Wow.
or something like that
did not know
in a
this.
span of like 2 or 3 weeks. I'd have to, I might be getting the details wrong, but like there was a span of shark attacks in like fresh
Wow.
water in New Jersey.
There are some
that-
sharks that do just fine
Yeah.
in fresh water. Yeah.
and that's
Wow.
what inspired Jaws.
Wow.
I'm still waiting on my buddy shark movie.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
want that.
I'm
Is it a gritty buddy shark movie?
It can be.
or-
I mean,
Is it animated?
no,
Okay,
it's
good.
live action.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
It's a shark with
live action.
Zach
but like,
Galifianakis fighting crime.
Actually, yeah.
I was
Picture
always
it.
hoping that there would be like more of a shark thing in Nemo. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like they could have done that, but they didn't.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm surprised they didn't get a spinoff.
They should have.
Yeah.
Wasn't there Shark Tale? Wasn't there like a movie?
But that was DreamWorks.
Oh,
That wasn't because I'm pretty
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I know real shark facts, not cartoon shark.
okay,
facts.
understood.
Yeah.
So we've talked about sharks. We've talked about guitars. We've talked about weird, crazy nightmares and dreams and fun stuff.
Have.
Sarah, would you like to hop on stage and play a song for us?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
This one's called Heartbreak Summer, and it's an unreleased song. It was a heartbreak summer, so dance away the night. I was afraid to love her, was afraid she might be right. And I can't shake it. And I can't shake it. It's a quiet ending, still wet from morning's fog. It was the bed we slept in, it was the dress you put back on. And I can't shake it. And I can't shake it. And I'm sorry for the mess I left in the middle of your day. We can't see eye to eye, there's too much in the way. Now I wish you had a little less, you need to move around. I'd swim the world to get to you, even if I thought I'd drown. And
And I can't shake it. I'm sorry for the mess I left in the middle of your day. We can't see eye to eye, there's too much in the way. Now I wish you had a little less, you need to move around. I'd swim the world to get to you, even if I thought I'd drown.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. Thank you so much to Sarah from Hello June for being here. This has been a great, awesome conversation that went everywhere from sharks to ghosts, and we're very happy about it. And yeah, make sure you go check out Hello June wherever you can. Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, website. Go to a concert, go see Sarah and Hello June live as soon as you can. They'll be back here on our stage, I'm sure, many times because they sound so good. We want them here all the time. So yeah, thank you guys again, Justin, Frida, Jeremiah, Sarah, all of us here at Folklore, happy to be here, and thank you guys. We'll see you next time.